Hello. This is Elvin here. Welcome to my YouTube channel for tradeyouredge.com and marketapprentice.com. For those who are interested, this is my weekly sharing on the few markets. If you have any questions or any specific markets that you would like me to analyze, make sure to drop me a message in the comments and I will try to look at it in the next session. Or if you have any questions, do post it. Or you can also email me directly if any. Very quickly, this is one of my weekly market watch. I watch the euro dollar very closely on a weekly basis. As part of the commentary, I also share my views on the pound dollar as well as gold and the euro pound cross. Okay, so very quickly, euro dollar in front of me. As always, I always look at a wider picture, and this is the what I call the weekly chart. The weekly chart has been moving on a very nice channel. Nonetheless, price is testing the top of my channel now, and I'm watching very closely. For those who are interested, if you look at the charts here, what I can see is it has some nice patterns, a little bit of a downward trend that is happening. Would it go far? Not too sure. What I foresee is the head and shoulders. The right shoulder is lower than the left shoulder, and this is in line with my bigger picture of turning back south on the channel. Okay, so that's my daily chart. If I will move to the 4-hour chart, price is still wobbling on the channel line. I have not had a strong confirmation. Let me say that there is decent confirmation based on the head and shoulder. At the same time, this price here has not been broken. There is a new low, and I am quite excited. Okay, so based on that, what has happened last week was I saw that price was breaking up higher. Based on the weekly channel, my bias is short. On the daily channel, my bias was long, and I always pay more attention to the bigger channel, the bigger time frame, and that time frame gave me a short bias. So I didn't take any trade, and right now I'm just waiting for a strong entry to go south. Right, so that's on my euro dollar. Swapping it around to pound dollar. For those who are familiar, this is my consolidation pattern, my range pattern where price is moving south and actually creating a very nice, well, somewhat convergence pattern, which is also a descending triangle. Okay, so with that pattern, that's on a weekly chart. I move back to the daily chart and look for some nice entries. For those who were with me last week, I would comment. I've commented on some nice short buyers. At the moment, there is a very nice pin bar that could potentially be a nice entry. We'll see what happens on Monday morning. Um, Looking at the daily time frame, I'm going to watch this very carefully. Again, for those who follow price action or if you follow my work, what I always do is look for lower lows for downward confirmation and lower highs as a confirmation that it will go further. For those who want to look at price action in terms of trend lines or just lines, what I would try to do is to see if I can find a pattern there. Now this looks like a decent channel, then I would go use my tool to mark down my channels, and actually surprisingly this is a very nice channel. and I would just look for the right entry there and to go south further. So this is a 4-hour chart. I would sometimes take my entries in the hourly chart, or sometimes if I am if I'm patient enough to be there at that time, I could also take an entry in the 15-minute or 5-minute charts, and that's how I trade. Okay, so this is my bias. I'm looking for some shorts. My first target would be where this purple box is, and the purple box is sitting around the 1.15 mark. Right, so that's on the pound dollar. Moving on. Oh, this is very nice. This is so I always love this pattern. Weekly chart is going from bottom left to the top right, not rocket science. If I have this kind of patterns, my bias is to go long. What I did miss last week was some interesting patterns which I didn't find the entry. This could potentially be a nice pattern for Monday morning. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so that's for me. Moving to euro dollar. Euro dollar has not much activities right now. Um, I watched the weekly chart, and this is just a reminder for traders out there to always maintain and remain patient. Typically in a range market, I would take it short from top to bottom, or if it reaches the bottom, I'll take it from bottom to top, and that's my strategy. Entry at the bottom, target at the midpoint, etc. etc. Okay, so I hope you find this useful. Again, if you've got any questions or if there's any specific charts that you want me to look at, do feel free to comment at the bottom. If not, happy trading and have a good week ahead.